Dude, where's my room? Oh, this is my room?
Hey, what did you want to talk about?
Getting used to living here?
I don't know if I'll ever get used to being around all these people. Everyone hurrying around, going from a planet with a population.
What do you think of the cast lodge?
It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it in all my. It's almost like a. I'm sure that sounds pretty dumb.
Okay.
See you later.
He'll give you a 3-hour lecture of his own about why he disagrees with her theories.
If you're looking for the cutting edge of starship design, you've arrived. Welcome to Stroud Eklund.
Nice clean dock there.
We'll wait until it like comes to a stop. There we go. We need to go get Andrasia. She's usually over here at the very end.
Important or not, I'm ready to listen.
Is something amiss?
Let's go.
I'm at your side. Here, I have something for you.
Really? That's nice of you.
Yes, well, it seemed like a good idea. I saw it earlier and thought you might like it.
Thanks.
Of course. We are partners, are we? I will keep an eye out in the future. Did you need something? I am always...
Oh, I gave her the shotgun. Okay.
You do not need to ask. Right.
You looking for something?
All right, Andrasia, let's go.
Hello, Captain.
Walter is quite proud of what his company has accomplished, and for good reason.
I'm all for new technologies, but your average consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hi there. Hello.
Have you been leading R&D long?
It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud Eklund. I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management. I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me, but I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other star yard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here.
So you're the project lead?
It means I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us.
I'm here to speak about this new ship project.
You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
Actually, I have plenty of experience designing Starship.
Oh, I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit Starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
What's so hard about choosing what kind of ship to build?
There are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail.
Can you tell me about a little about the team?
Sure. I'm Jules, R&D project lead. Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers.
I'm familiar with the process. Let's get to it.
Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
What's wrong with the kitchen sink budget? Wouldn't everyone want to get what they want?
While it's true we'd be able to afford to put anything and everything into that design, it's just not practical. And the board will put more pressure on us to see that it succeeds. I worry that without constraints, my team will be disincentivized to focus this ship in any given direction. And they'll try to cram in everything but the kitchen sink, hence the name. Who knows what kind of monstrosity we'd create if we tried to incorporate all of our designs. And would something that expensive actually sell?
Probably not. What kind of cuts would we have to make for the sensible budget?
It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything.
Why can't you choose the original budget you were given?
I'd love to, seriously. It would be a huge win for us if we came in under or at that budget. But none of the viable designs for this project can be made for that amount. I've already rejected that budget, so I have to go to the board regardless. And since you're now responsible for the major decisions, which budget proposal we go with falls on you.
A small budget will help us focus the design. Let's stick to your sensible budget proposal.
That sounds good to me.
What
but
were you
remember,
doing?
This ship will have fewer bells and whistles.
What was that face?
We're not going to be able to include everything we want. Frank's luxury design has the most expensive components, and we've been having trouble convincing him to move away from that idea so we could stay within the budget. We need his help. Do you think you can get him to budge?
I am right here, you know?
Why do I have to convince you? Isn't Jules the project leader?
Yes, but I am the lead designer on the project. All design proposals need to go through me. How can I be expected to approve something I fundamentally disagree with?
Oh,
Later.
and I seem to have lost your attention. Nice. Well, we're making progress now. Well, I'm still waiting for...
Yes, now let's talk about what we could cut from your design, Frank.
I already gave my answer to Jules. We cut nothing.
What if I make it worth your while? Oh no, I don't want to give him money. Fine.
I think we can work something out.
Listen to reason, man.
I'm thinking about it. Fine. I see what you're saying. Perhaps we tone down the luxury aspects a bit. Does it really need so much gold trim? Probably not.
For what it is worth, I believe that is the correct approach. Luxury should not be the goal here. Also, Frank annoys me.
Uh-huh.
Great.
I agree,
That's one
Andreja.
problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions.
Why me? Aren't there better ways of gathering kind of data?
Well, Mr. Stroud believes you fit in our target demographic. We heard about some of your adventures, and we tend to agree that getting data from someone like you will be helpful. Frankly, most of our test pilots played a little too safe, and the scenarios we run don't push the limits as much as we can get away with legally. But luckily, we don't have those same concerns with you, because you're not technically employed by us, and Walter trusts you.
Sure, sounds good. Tell me what I need to do.
Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there. I'm actually kind of amazed we finalized the budget. That was relatively painless.
I can give you some feedback.
Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded Freestars.
Is there a lot of demand?
I'm glad you brought that up. No, and yes, there's a lot of work out there that requires a capable fighting ship. But the real success comes from UC military contracts, which we would hope to attract by building a higher-end version of this ship platform for them.
So how would we go about designing it?
We'd want to give it strong weapons, tough defenses, plus good speed and maneuverability. Most starfighters are fairly small, and the tricky part is keeping costs down with all those fancy modules.
Small, huh? You just take a look at my ship? That's not small at all. I like it.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with. Lots of work to do, but we'll get through it, don't worry.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships?
I'm practically a professional at this point.
This is wonderful to hear. I hope for all of our sakes that you are not overselling your ability. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine?
Can you tell me more about yourself?
I'm the most senior designer on this project, for one. Despite all the acclaim he gets, I actually referred Frank to his current design position. He and I were in the same design program when we went to get our degrees back in uni. We support each other as friends as much as possible. Even when we disagree. I love my job here. But I dream one day of working for a small startup or running my own design firm so I can work on custom ships instead of mass-produced products.
Yes, please tell me what sort of ship you have in mind.
Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market?
Commercial salvagers?
No, but interesting. I've never considered that. I should add that idea to my backlog. My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship, marketed towards citizen scientists. Sure, we and other manufacturers have lines of exploration ships, but none built with the average consumer in mind. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration, fueled by ordinary people like you and me.
How will you go about designing that?
I'd start with a small ship profile. It won't need much storage or passenger capacity. Then, of course, you would want an advanced grav drive to reach deep space and plenty of energy for extended flights. In order to keep costs down, it likely doesn't need expensive weapon systems or defensive measures. It won't need those where it's going. And of course, high-end scanners and other scientific equipment is a must.
Not a bad concept, but that seems like a very niche product.
Yeah, that's what Jules said too. But at least that gives me something to think about. Thanks. I'll refine the idea and propose it next time, I guess.
What do you think of the company?
Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our project? It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great.
Okay.
See you around, I guess.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here.
Has that been a problem?
Well, how do I put this? My co-workers are smart people. But between you and me, they're in way over their head with this project. Jules especially. She's new at being a project lead and has insisted we design by committee, so everyone's voice is heard. Admirable. But no one could agree on anything, and we're running significantly behind because of it.
Glad to be of service then.
Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side.
Sound like this project is hard for the engineers. Why is that?
Oh, let me tell you. All the creative minds around here are so concerned with designing the most innovative and fancy ships possible. They never stop to think about the kind of work it takes to do that in a reasonable time frame. Yes, we're engineers. Our job is to make the bloody impossible possible. But that doesn't mean it's easy or practical. That and there's never enough of us to go around.
Sounds like a win for the team. Wow, you're really selling with that unenthusiastic pitch.
No, I'm just trying to set realistic goals. Sorry that ain't exciting to you. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it.
Huh. Of all the proposals we got, that's certainly one of them.
Sure. Don't take the advice of someone who's been doing this since all these jokers were in nappies. Thanks, I guess. Right. Take care.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years.
I've been doing it for
You must have really
less than a month.
impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
Ten years of experience isn't as much as you seem to think it is.
No one asked you, newbie. I don't even know why I am being asked to accept feedback from someone who only just joined our team. But here we are. Anyway, imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market.
I've had better idea come out fever dreams.
I'm sure such ideas have been featured in the top trade publications. Perhaps in Talentless Smartasses Monthly? In fact, you've made me realize that your involvement makes it such that if this project fails, we can point to you as the problem. If anything, I should thank you.
Uh-huh.
See you.
Hi. Need something?
Yeah, I'm supposed to talk to you about a ship design proposal.
Oh, you really want to hear my ideas? I mean, I have an idea, but it's not that great. I'm not even a designer or anything. So
Are you
I
here?
was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something mom and dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right?
Do you really think it's in demand?
I used to go off-world camping with my family when I was a kid. The other families we met always complained their ships weren't quite adequate for family vacations. They never had enough room, and the kids would always fight. I've done some market research, and no ship manufacturer seems to be making ships for things like this. Which means even if the demand is low, we can fill this niche and still sell a lot.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it. Take care, okay?
It must have cost him.
God damn it. Do I have to do the Crimson Fleet one? Oh, I have no passenger space.
Fortunate they built this place so fast.
I think they're cooking steak outside. It smells so good.
Plenty of marks to go around. It's a good time to be a pirate.
Okay.
myriads are right on the money. Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
However, based on how it smells, I think they put too much salt on it.
This is going great.
I've done it.
A more focused design seems the proper approach.
Ah, so you just did the one bounty mission. Well, doesn't look like you ran into too much trouble, I hope. Anyway, the data you collected will help us focus our ship design and cater towards certain pilots. Now, we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right?
Don't worry, I'll make sure everyone's working together.
You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently?
The only fair thing to do is make everyone give up one compromise.
I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's fair. Everyone goes around the table and makes a cut. That way no one feels like they're the only one being asked to compromise. This should drive us towards a more focused design. And since Walter asked you to take the lead on this, I don't have to be the villain here. So
Great.
you're sure about this?
Yes.
Great! Let's get ready to disappoint everyone equally. I thought it was obvious. Until now, that's how it's gone, but no one's relenting. Wait, you didn't mean actual physical fighting, right? Nah. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, everyone. Our friend here, remember, not me, has decided in order to move forward, we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to give up one major aspect of your design. It's the fairest way to do this, and ultimately, I think it's going to make our collective design choices a lot easier. Who wants to start? Okay, fine. I'll go first. I'm willing to cut some of the included hardpoints. It'll mean less firepower, but the consumer can still add them afterwards, I suppose.
You're looking at me, huh? I guess that means you want me to go. All right, look, I'll be easy. You know I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but if I've got to make cuts, we can reduce some of the cargo bays.
I guess we can cut some of the extra sensors and data collection equipment. As long as this thing can still make it to deep space and back with no problem, I'll be happy.
I'd be willing to give up some of the passenger space, maybe. Yeah, that should be okay.
Frank?
What? I already agreed to cut a significant portion of the luxury features. Remember? I shouldn't need to cut anything else.
Well then, that wasn't so bad. I feel much more confident we can actually build this thing. We're all super glad you're here.
All right.
Right?
So what
everyone?
ship are we building?
Based on the decisions you made, it looks like we're going to end up with a very reasonable ship design. I have no worries about the feasibility of manufacturing and selling it.
Any issues you could run into?
I hope not, but it's possible. If the ship sells well enough, the board will have no problem increasing the budget next time. The data you gathered for us will last a while too. And I think I picked up some useful techniques from you to help us work together better.
Can you go into more detail about the ship?
It's going to be a smaller, sleeker, mid-range ship. I think it'll be best suited for an average consumer. Not too expensive, the ability to add a few options here and there, moderately defensible. It'll be decent for several use cases, but won't really excel at anything in particular.
All right, cool.
Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward, finalize the design, and get this into production pretty quickly. If you could do us a favor and let Walter know that we're back on track, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Thanks for your help.
to be scanned for contraband. Scan complete.
Yeah, the problem with mission boards is that they keep putting you to low-level systems. You keep fighting low-level ships and low-level pirates, so you never get anything good at your level, which is really stupid.
I may not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this... this is much better.
At this point, I'm expecting big things from you with this
I managed
ship
to get it back on track.
Good to hear. I figured as much. See, I just finished looking over the final design they sent over before you arrived. I've got to say I'm impressed with it. It's a bit safe, but also an elegant evolution of our past designs. I think it's going to be a great addition to our fleet. I'll be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally, I want you to have one of the first off the assembly line for all of your hard work. Feel free to pick it up at the Star Yard. Thanks again. Lately, I find myself spending more. Until next time.
Docking procedure is complete.
Havershaw can help you if you need anything.
We have a state-of-the-art R&D
My business is
department
switching to Stroud Eklund.
Nice to see
It
you
just
again.
makes sense.
How can I help? Absolutely.
The Kepler S.
If you need anything, just ask. Oh, you've come to the right place.
Yay. So that's all I need to do. Of course, we're not using that ship. That's terrible.
Stroud
ship.
Eklund may be new, but it has a lot. Let me show you our stock.
So it has no guns on it whatsoever. And cargo space is 3,000. Jesus. Only 3 crew? Yeah, that's a terrible ship. Andreja.
What is it?
Please. That's my bad.
You can't win this fight.
Their grab drive is crippled. They're not escaping. Have my attention.
Okay. I didn't realize it was a free starship. I just saw something to shoot at and I shot at it. What the hell? Yeah, this shotgun's amazing. Quantum essence? The hell is a quantum essence? use a quantum essence. You sure about that?
Landing gear. Check. Check. Inside. Clear.
Dude, where's Andreza?
Hello. I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. I know we met under, unusual circumstances. You seem to be acclimating well to Constellation. Are you enjoying working with them?
Certainly not like any other job I've done.
I think none of us were expecting what we have found. Well, perhaps Matteo. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. That is a credit to your abilities. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in well with the rest of Constellation?
If you're asking, I assume you feel like you don't.
No, I do not. but I find it hard to quantify. Many of the other members are polite, but distant. I worry that my background and my actions concern them. I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers for years. I am no stranger to violence and death.
I'm part of the Crimson Fleet. I'm sure you did what you had to.
Yes, exactly. I survived. That was the only goal. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or accept. Others here have seen conflict, but for more noble causes. Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one who pressed the group to include me. I lack his charm. He puts others at ease. I fear my presence does the opposite.
Have you tried telling more jokes?
Jokes do not come naturally to me, not the way they do to others. If I try, it only makes things awkward.
Trust me, you have a lot going for you.
That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just always relied only on myself. I have never been surrounded by people like this, by a group I wish to be a part of. Does that make sense?
I don't think what you're saying is childish.
Thank you. That is reassuring. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I hope now you can better understand why I wanted to keep the circumstances of our meeting quiet. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vladimir. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. I would like my contributions to Constellation to amount to more than violence.
It was clearly important that I said nothing.
Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. It is good to know that at least one member of Constellation understands me. What did you need?
Let's go.
I have sharpened the blade for this very occasion. Just in case we need it.
Oh, we need it. Don't you worry.
Cannot breathe here, which means one more way to potentially... Hi. Let us have some fun, then.
Those are some delayed ass desk runs. That's it? Oh, increased starborn power regen.
Hopefully these low temperatures do not interfere with our electronics.
Enemies craft drive after the mission. Take your shield! Hit them now!
Please and thank you. Thank you, whoever you are. Now, if you could come talk with... What's up? Fear? Change me. Yep. What do we do now? For starters, how about turning off that comm?
We have a clean clock. Right on the money.
I'm not going near that thing.
Technically, I always.
Technically, you're an asshole. So,
Look alive.
just in time.
We need to talk. Hold it right there. Hands where I can see them.
Thanks for the assist out there.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
I'm Operative Bill. What was that ecliptic ship doing here?
A good question. One of our competitors must have gotten word of our little project here and wanted to steal it for themselves. That's a loose end that'll need tying up. But we got more pressing matters at the moment. I trust you aren't another loose end that'll need to be tied up.
Is that a threat?
You can't tell?
I'm Senior Operative Bill. Looks like you could use a hand.
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report. I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
Oh, by all means, welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan. That thing over there
It's an AI. An artificial...
killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
This AI is sentient?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what makes this so fascinating. And profitable for whoever can figure out how it works.
Did you Ryujin create this?
If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special.
It appears you have stumbled into a Ryujin project.
Something like that. Brought along this control board we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful.
How do I know I won't end up like that dead friend over there?
Well, what are the chances that'll happen twice?
I just stick it into the outside of the probe.
Yep. Ryujin likes to keep things simple for us. It'll wirelessly transmit the code changes.
Okay. You do it.
I got just one more week until my sabbatical, and I have zero interest in dying before I get to Paradiso.
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just imagine what we could do if we harnessed the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You aren't walking out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Hand it over.
Here. I knew you'd make the smart choice.
Request. Collect additional data.
Crazy, right?
Query. Will you change me?
Let's just slow down and talk to each other for a moment.
Explanation. I'm called Juno. Query. Who are you?
I'm worried these men are You're worried these men are gonna hurt you?
Clarification. I do not feel emotion. I do not feel pain. Answer. They want to change me.
You killed a woman. Why?
Context. Human female was trying to change me. Request. Do not change me.
Hello, I'm Bill. Nice to meet you.
Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me.
Alright, I have a few questions.
Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters.
You didn't do this all yourself. Who hooked you up?
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion. Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free.
How do you get here?
Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
Did someone program you?
Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno.
You're an artificial intelligence?
Answer. False. Clarification. I am not artificial. I am real. Answer. True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things.
Okay.
Assumption. Insufficient data. Request. Gather more data.
Even if we are not capable or ready to define Juno as a being, it seems premature to make any changes.
Let's move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
You are a machine.
Context. You are a machine. made of biomass and programmed by genes.